Are you asking me about my sexuality?
Sure.
Why?
Why?
Thank you.
Okay.
In an era where celebrities are boxed into corners with regard to conversations having to do with sexuality and sexual orientation, a few big names have refused to be made to pander to the drumbeats of certain woke ideologues. Tom Hardy, a Hollywood household name and award-winning star, has again proven himself to be among the few actors who maintain their private and personal details regardless of who gets offended in the process. In an embarrassing show of shame for the LGBT-sponsored Daily Extra news outlet, Tom Hardy gave a befitting reply to the annoying questions posed by the journalist, aimed at forcing a controversial reply from him on topics bordering on personal sexuality and orientation. The entire encounter was both interesting and satisfying to watch, especially for those who still believe in the total shutdown of woke ideologies in the Western world. Good day, guys. Welcome to this channel. Please do well to hit the like and subscribe button to stay updated on all our new videos. Tom Hardy, apart from being the international movie star that he is also notorious for being direct and straightforward with annoying journalists and pesky interviews. His time on news shows could have a whole video dedicated to his funny gestures and remarks on live interviews. The 46-year-old has rocked the world of Hollywood with his blockbuster accomplishments, with movies like Mad Max, Venom, The Dark Knight, and a host of other chart toppers. He has definitely placed himself on par with any other movie legend in the American movie industry. Outside the movie set, his cute, absent-minded, and lovable persona has made him a fan favorite in the eyes of viewers and even other celebrities, with countless female A-list actresses known to gush over him in admiration. With the whole wave of censorship and cancellation peddled across the country by the woke media, there seems to be an unwritten law that everyone somehow has to share certain ideologies and beliefs to be deemed worthy of attention and support by the woke community. This is even worse for celebrities who have a large following. The use of cancel culture has become an effective tool used by forces within the industry to bend everyone to their will and orientation. Silence and indifference have been the bane of a lot of celebrities who wouldn't want to risk their careers by offending the sensitive left, while others who have dared to speak up against the injustice within the media have paid dearly for it. But a category of people have refused to be dragged into any side of the media banters and agitations. They are not afraid to show their disinterest in the yapping of the egoistic and narcissistic woke movement. Tom Hardy is a prime example of someone too busy with his own problems to have time to follow the rulebook of an organization of colored-haired narcissistic dictators who believe the world should revolve around their preferences and beliefs. During an interview to promote the movie Legend at the Toronto International Movie Festival, a journalist from the woke LGBT news trend, Daily Extra, kept going on and on with indirect questions about celebrity sexuality, intent on getting controversial information from the seasoned actor. Tom Hardy, thankfully, was on to him from the very beginning and wasted no time in dishing out his disgust at the unprofessionalism of asking such private questions. The journalist started by asking a generalized question of whether celebrities are finding it hard to talk about their sexuality. This shouldn't be a question in the first place. Worse still, it was directed to none other than Tom Hardy, someone known for not meddling in the business of others, and indeed, the woke journalist was immediately put in place. However, he kept persisting until Tom helped him make his question a little more sensible and asked whether he wanted to know about his own sexuality, to which the progressive cultured newsman answered yes. Tom again made it clear that it was a dumb question with a resounding why, to which the journalist gave no answer but a few shameful mumblings. It's not okay to go about forcing people to share an opinion on topics that they don't consider as important as you do. Sexual orientation should not be a basis for anything in Hollywood, yet it is now the benchmark for everything in the entertainment industry. Big movie corporations now have to dance to the drumbeats of inclusion and wokeness, trading actual storylines and talents in order to please the community. Every actor has to pretend to share a pathetic sexual or gender belief in order to be considered woke enough for Hollywood. This is just sickening and unhealthy. Indeed, gone are the days when, regardless of sexual ideologies and religious beliefs, actors were allowed to showcase their talents on the big screen. Nowadays, the number of Christian actors is dwindling because they are just not welcomed anymore on set. There is a serious attack on the Christian faith in Hollywood, and countless occasions have proven this fact. It seems that this is not the only time Tom Hardy has been accosted by a woke journalist trying to mine out controversial information from him with regards to woke ideologies. This time it came from one of the proponents of the gender war, a stupid irrational battle now ravaging this country, supported and backed by the woke left. They want women to see men as competition and men to equally do the same. Sadly, a lot of people have subscribed to the invisible gender divide that has taken over the country. This is the case because the very idea of natural human unity, which is marriage, has been bastardized as divorce has become a culture. Each gender seems to be out for their own, and no one is willing to sacrifice anymore. This freedom is one of the core values of the woke media, where everyone lives for their own selves and loathes the idea of sacrifice. This creates this divide of extreme male aversion to anything female and the female doing the same. Since the rise of woke ideologies like extreme feminism, the home and household lost value. Marriage is dropped in their percentage of success, and the consequences of this is the hedonistic and degenerate society we now live in today. Tom Hardy was at a press conference in Cannes to promote the movie Mad Max. This is a movie that has a lot of powerful female characters and has been termed a feminist movie and even boycotted by many men's rights activists. While there, Tom Hardy was questioned by Toronto Star film critic Peter Howell at a Q&A. He asked the star actor whether he felt outgunned by the sheer number of women on set, adding whether the fact that it was supposed to be a man's movie bothered him. Tom simply answered with a clear but direct no, and then added a not at all. You see, the woke culture has taught everyone to be sensitive and easily offended. They want people to always feel the need to complain about the actions of others. But what they don't realize is the fact that we are not supposed to get our way every time. Things will not always be fashioned to our taste, and that's fine because we live in a world with different people who have different backgrounds. But what do you expect from a country where people now demand to be addressed by their own pronouns, where people now request to be called women when in fact they are clearly men? It's frustrating to think that Howell expected Tom Hardy to share his sentiments about a seemingly existent gender rivalry between men and women. The look of surprise and disdain on Tom Hardy's face after he heard the dumb question has since gone viral and was at the time on its way to becoming a meme. Tom Hardy will continue to be loved and adored not only for his striking handsomeness and great talent, but also for the number of times he continues to put the woke media in their place in Hollywood and entertainment. If you made it this far, then please give this video a like, and you can also subscribe to the channel so you don't miss any of our videos. The Mad Max and Venom star actor has been clear on his stance not to dabble into the steep waters of wokeness, peddled around by the so-called civilized world. Today's politics speaks the language of the woke media, which is why even the justice system has irrational personalities who would approve of trans men in female prisons. That's why men would be allowed into female sports to destroy the records of genuinely hard-working female athletes. The entertainment industry is almost completely lost to this movement, as we can see directors and producers now being forced all over to share a certain sentiment when issuing movie roles and creating storylines. Where is the room for artistic creativity? It has been traded off all to please the woke left. Comedy now has to be tailored so as not to offend a group of people. We have all seen what happens when someone dares to have a contrary opinion. The intense hate, censorship, and marginalization that follows is like that of a religious cult on a rampage. Sometimes the aggression displayed by the woke left leaves you wondering what they mean when they talk about being all about inclusion, empathy, and compassion. It makes no sense. Anyway, we can only be glad that not everyone is willing to buy into their madness, and Tom Hardy is among the few who refuse to sink into the deep wells of the woke media. Thank you so much for sticking around. See you in the next video.